Aloha all, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario for the N64. I'm Paper Mario Guy, and in this episode we are going to be doing the final Peach segment of these interlude episodes. So, starting off on a pretty sad note, and oh Mario, I wonder what he's doing now. I wish I knew if he was helping him at all. Of course you are. Oh, okay. Well, apparently Twink and Princess Peach have the same voice, unbeknownst to me. Peach is a pretty egotistical bitch, though. She was probably like, Twink, you know, you should just wish your voice, to sound exactly like mine, because I love listening to myself talk. I think that's how that exact exchange went down, but whatever, we have Bowser. Oh, Princess Peach, your cuddly old Bowser's here. Can't we have a friendly conversation for a change? Come on, let me see a smile. Oh, don't be such a pill. You're stuck with me for a long, long time, beautiful. You'd better get used to it. Oh, you poor silly girl. I'm invincible with the Star Rod, didn't you know? Mario's no match for me. He's history, get over it. It better be important. I'm right in the middle of a friendly chat with the princess. Okay, well that is pretty... What? Gah, Mario! Okay, listen, Kammy Koopa. Send everyone to their post. We'll ambush him the second he enters my castle. Princess Peach, why don't you come with me to watch? You can have a front row seat to see Mario get crushed. You, tie her up immediately. If she gets out this time, heads will roll. What is this whining little glittering thing? Confetti? Buzz off. Take the princess now, let's move. Oh, that voice, I've had to do it 3 times now. Because of stupid crap. My throat hurts. My name is Calamar, Mario. Well done. Thank you for coming. You have successfully rescued all of the Star Spirits. We are in your debt. Now all that is left is for you to challenge Bowser. My power should help you to bring back the Star Rod, to beat Bowser, to bring peace back to the Mushroom Kingdom, and to save Princess Peach. Wow, I think you're worse than Peach. You must think you're hot shit, don't you? You must think that your power-up fixes everything. God damn. Does it make me scrambled eggs at will? Because then I'd consider it pretty damn good, but I mean, the way you were describing it, it makes it sound like it's some great epic thing, and it's really not. Up and Away is probably my least, or second to least favorite, of the Star Spirit abilities. So, yeah. Anyway, now that we're done with all that, I'll probably wind up showing it along the way, because I doubt I'll be able to dodge all battles. But what I'm going to do right away is actually, I'm going to take off Last Stand and Power Rush, as well as Damage Dodge and a Zap Tap, and I'm going to be putting back on, we're going to be putting on I Spy and Speedy Spin, as well as Bump Attack, and, yeah, so that's how things are gonna roll, for the time being, because, we don't really have any use for the other ones as of right now. We're not gonna be doing any battling anytime soon, I can tell you that much. So, yeah, we're going to have a nice long walk back to, Toad Town, and I could cut, but, I'm not a terribly big fan of cutting. I never have been, and I don't think I ever will be. Especially considering I don't think that, it's going to be that long of a process to get back, and, I know, cutting in LPs, I'm just not a particular fan of it, and I mean, if that's, a particular person's, they like doing that because they don't like having a bunch of, stuff that's really not necessary in, then that's A-okay with me, but honestly, and this is, I mean, I love Mega Freak 400. I think he's a great LPer and all that, and I would never try to, I'm not trying to say that this is like a one-up type thing, but I mean, in his Let's Play of Paper Mario, something that, bugged me, a pet peeve of mine, was the fact that he he liked to cut a lot when he would transfer from place to place. Because you've already seen the area, and to be fair, that makes sense. But I was just really not a fan of it. I felt like there was a little too much cutting, and it kind of bothered me. And granted, I'll give, that particular LP the benefit of the doubt, because, it was back in the 11-minute time limit days, and, it was just kind of different back then, because you wanted to try to cram as much as you could into one video, because you didn't have too much to work with, and you didn't want, 150-part LPs. So, I mean, I understand it for back then, and, he hasn't had an LP like that since. But, I mean, there are a lot of people who like to cut a little too much. And then, I mean, there are, your occasional people who don't cut, enough. But, I mean, I think that, depending on the game and depending on how much time, you're actually taking on a certain thing, I mean, cutting seems like a last resort thing when, your commentary isn't funny whatsoever, or, you're just kind of, lost, and you really are taking, like, a really long time. I mean, and I hate to bash him, because I know in my comments recently and stuff like that, but Chugga Conroy, I know that he cuts a lot in his, LPs. His Pikmin LP, or Pikmin 2 LP was full of them, but, let's not talk about his Pikmin 2 LP, because, yeah, let's just not. Let's not talk about Chugga Conroy, but it's just a little pet peeve of mine. I mean, if that really, if it is your style to, want to have as little fail or as little, dicking around as possible, then that's cool, but I am just not a particular fan of a lot of cuts, and that's why I haven't really done much editing in this LP, because, to be honest, I haven't felt like it's really needed it, and, the battles are pretty short, and even with, all of my, my battles left in, and all, like, no cuts to and from places, I feel like I'm getting this done in a pretty timely manner, and majority of my episodes are around the 15-16 mark, rarely do I go into that 18 to, like, 22 area, and, really rarely do I go above there, so. But that's enough of that. We're back in Toad Town, and, there's two things I want to do. As you can see, our party, majority of the people are upgraded, but there are two members who've kind of gotten the shaft. That's Parakarry and Bow, and now that we're basically at the end of the game, we're going to be doing a lot of odd job things, and, kind of not messing around, but we're going to be doing a lot of, important things to kind of, get to the point we want to be at before we go and tackle Bowser's Castle. And, one of those things, is getting the remaining super blocks. And some of the super blocks, are pretty tricky to find, and this is not really one of them. But you might miss this one, but you need the Ultra Hammer to get it, so you need to have done at least Chapter 5, and come over here, and you can get, this super block, or Ultra block, whatever you want to call it. And we'll have carried Parakarry first, because we've had him a little longer, and figure he's been with us since before Chapter 3, and we're now, on the verge of going to Chapter 8, so that's pretty hardcore that's a pretty hardcore amount of time, rather, to be kind of sitting there at Super Rank, and I think he was one of the first few at Super Rank. I may be wrong. I don't know, I kind of forget. But this is a pretty tricky one that you want to get, and it's a good thing I have Parakarry out, because I need to go over this little gap first. First thing you want to do in this room over here is you want to come over here and grab this star piece, because, star pieces are quite rare, there's only 160 of them. I mean, like, there's only, like, under 80 left. The second thing you want to do is you want to ride this platform all the way up, and it just conspicuously disappears, but you want to come all the way up here, and there's actually this middle area, and over here is another spot where you can drop down. And, what you want to do is you want to come over here to the right, and we can get our second, super or ultra block of the episode, and do our final upgrade to Bow, who we've also had since we've had since before, Chapter 4, at the very beginning of Chapter 3, so finally upgrading these, people who have been with us for some time now, and, that's pretty awesome. So now we have a fully upgraded party, and we are, in good shape. We're going to go back to the surface, and we're going to reassess kind of where we're at, kind of what we have left to do. We're going to take a stop at our house to check on our updates as far as star pieces and badges and recipes and that whole lot of stuff is concerned. And in the next episode, we'll probably wind up doing something with letters or the playroom or recipes or something, because like I said, we do have a lot of odd jobs and a lot of things I still would like to show off. Plus, we need to, buy all the badges from Ralph and stuff like that, so we do have quite a bit to do. And then, of course, we have the great star piece hunt that, is going to be probably the most difficult thing of this entire project. But now we're back at our peaceful little house. Princess Peach is still caught up way up there in the sky. Man, I cannot read today. I've recorded 3 different times on this day, which is October 10th, Columbus Day. Once, in the afternoon, once in the evening, and then once at night, and I had not been able to read all day. But here we go. So we have 52 out of 80 badges, which is, pretty good. It's definitely well over half. We have 82 out of 160 star pieces, which is a little over half. We have a 10th of the recipes done, and that was, probably just from the Koopa thing. And we have 7 Chuck Quizmo quizzes answered, which is not so hot, because I think there's a total of 64, so we do have quite a bit with those, We're, almost like a 9th there, basically. And, yeah, that's pretty good. So, we also have letters to read for Mario himself. They're, all in here. We have, this little area, which I don't know if I've shown off yet, but Luigi's, thing down here with his secret diary. We also have partner letters that I want to show off because, like I said, those are some of the little charming things that this game has that, makes me like it so much. And then there's also, like I said, the recipes, the star pieces, all this stuff. So, we have a lot on our plate, but I think that just about does it for this particular episode of Let's Play Paper Mario for the N64. And in the next episode, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do just yet, but you'll find out very soon. So if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next episode for whatever we do next. So see you guys then.